Everybody, Ryan Hall with RB Bass. Just wrapped up a day out here on Folsom Lake, or actually just a couple hours after we got off work. My brother brought me out today, and we caught him a little bit. Nothing crazy, not a ton of fish, but in 3 hours we probably caught, I don't know, 10 or so fish, but they happen to be good ones. Caught one on top water, but all the rest came on a weightless stick bait. Like this one right here is my X-Zone Lures True Center's taking a 5-inch. And every time we got around the right stuff, whether it was a rock, a tree, you name it, they bit it. And it was quite a good time. Ended up, our biggest one was about 4 1/4. The rest of what we would have kept in our limit was all 2.5 and 3 pounders. So pretty healthy limit for the most part. But fished it on the Dobbins Champion 733. This is a perfect weightless or wacky rig or Nico rig rod, whatever you're doing, wacky rigging. It's a great rod for it. But also that right there is the Gamakatsu G Finesse weedless stinger. And the weedless part's super important to me because when you're throwing it around all these trees or in all this shallow cover that's in the water right now because the lake level's so high, if you don't go in there with a little bit of weed guard or brush guard on it, you're just going to get hung up and lose them. Even with this guard, I still lost, I think, 2 hooks. Nothing crazy, but when you're throwing it in those areas, you need to have something to help out. So the weedless version of this stinger, definitely my choice. And it is a fish catching machine. It just pegs them right in the roof of the mouth. So if you guys are coming out to Folsom Lake, some things you should expect. Water temp is 60 to 65 degrees, depending on where you're on the lake. Fish are in all 3 stages of the spawn. You're going to catch pre-spawners, you're going to catch spawners, and you're going to catch post-spawners. Our big one, the 4 1/4, I think it was probably a spawn fish, just the way where it was and how it ate. But we did catch a couple that were skinnier and a little bit beat up coming off the spawn, and we also caught a couple that were still thick, no signs of the spawn on them, and we're still moving up. So if you're coming out, there's plenty of fish to be caught. Just find the right areas. If you're not getting bit, just move. There's hot and cold areas on this lake, and if you're not around them, you're just not around them. So if you're not getting bit, go to a different stretch or go to a different section of the lake. So with that being said, I'm Ryan Hall with RB Bass, and hopefully this helps. See you guys.